Hey guys, I'm back, and today I have another part of the Batman villain minifigures. So, I'm actually not sure what part this is. I think 7 or 8, I don't know. But, the title will be correct, whatever part it is. So I have 2 updated figures and then 2 new figures. I say new. One is far newer than the other, but neither one of these I've shown on YouTube. They're on my Flickr and Instagram, so if you've seen them there, you've seen them. If you only follow me on YouTube, these will be new for you guys. But I have an updated Mr. Freeze, and an updated Two-Face, and then I have Catwoman, and then I have Solomon Grundy. So let's get started. I will show the updated ones first. So I'll start with Mr. Freeze here. So basically what I've done with Mr. Freeze is I've given him a new color scheme. I've also updated his gun. I'll show that first. So I took off the bit that was there, and I replaced it with this bit at the front down here, which is actually cut from a Brick Arms P90, I believe. So, and that's all I did to the gun. So that's Mr. Freeze's gun. So Mr. Freeze himself, what I did, firstly shorten his arms because they were a little too long, so I actually shortened them. Second thing I did, I added these 2 little bits on his hands, on his wrist, and I added those on both sides. And those are also cut from a Brick Arms piece. And then I painted those up. And then third, I repainted him. So I added this blue color. This is a very similar blue to the color that my Deathstroke is. So this guy used to be like all gunmetal and black, and I thought he needed some color. So I went with this nice lighter blue color, and I like how it looks. So you can see I painted inside the legs there, added the blue on the armor, on the arms, on the back of the legs, on his back. So I tried to add some more color to this guy just to make him look a little bit nicer. So yeah, there's Mr. Freeze. That's all for him. Next, here is the updated Two-Face. So basically what I've done with this guy is, if you remember, I had a sculpted head on this guy. And I like it, and I still have that sculpted head, but I wanted to try something else. I wanted to try something a little more simple. So what I did was I ended up painting a new head. So if I get a little closer in here, it's having a really hard time wanting to focus. There we go. So you can see I actually painted this. This was just like a Bruce Wayne, like Loki head, the head that's used for like generic guys in Lego all the time. And what I did was I just painted half of it red, then went in with black and a slightly darker red and just added some highlights. I painted in the teeth there, and I painted around the eyeball, similar to how the official like 2006 Two-Face Lego minifigure is. Then I also painted his hand to match that color red, put his coin in his hand, which is made from a cut Lego bar. Gave him this gun from Brick Arms, and I also cleaned up his torso a bit, repainted some things on his torso, made things nicer. And originally I didn't have the lines going around to the back for his coat, so I did add those as well. So yeah, that's about it for Two-Face. I just cleaned him up a bit, made this new head. I still have the sculpted head, and there's still a chance that I might just repaint the sculpted head. We'll see, but for now this is what's on Two-Face. I thought it was worth showing. I like how it came out, so yeah. So the next figure I have is Catwoman. So whether you want to consider Catwoman a villain or a hero or not is up to you, but she is still a criminal, so she's here. So this is heavily inspired off the Batman Telltale series, which I am very much enjoying. If you haven't seen that, check it out. So first, her whip. Let me remove that from her hand, if it would let me. There we go. It's made from twisted wire, and then the handle is wrapped electrical tape around it, and then that just fits in her hand here. And you can see the paint's actually, the paint, like on this hand, how the black goes down the center of the hand. This has actually rubbed that out, so it's gone now. So, but her legs, I'm gonna take her off this. Her legs are just standard legs with electrical tape around the cuffs of the legs for the boots. And then on this leg, there's some straps here, and on the front, right there, to be the straps for this pouch right here on the side of her leg. You can also see I painted the heels, like her wedges that come up. Her hands have the gloves painted on, the fingerless gloves. And then some detail on the arms. There's not much there, but it is there. Her torso is an area-like curved torso with the breast sculpted on. The strap going around her chest is electrical tape. I dropped her. Her backpack is an official Lego piece glued onto the back. Her helmet is a Lego Catwoman helmet with the goggles removed, and then I added in these other goggles from Lego goggles, sculpted around that to blend them in. And then I also put a piece of, if I take her helmet off, it's kind of stiff. There we go. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but you can see her eyes, or like where her eyes are not painted. This was a clear piece of like thin plastic, like a paper bag. And on the inside, you can see there, where this was painted, her eyes, I left her eyes where they are on the head not painted, and then I painted everything else red. So when you put the helmet back on the head, it makes the eyes appear through the goggles. It looks like she's wearing actual goggles. So, and then the strap on the is also electrical tape for the goggles on the helmet. And that is it for Catwoman, pretty much. So this figure, oh, and the entire thing was painted like a dark charcoal gray. So yeah, very heavily inspired off the Telltale Catwoman. I'm not a huge fan of Catwoman, but the Telltale Batman series Catwoman is the first Catwoman I've really enjoyed, so that's why this Catwoman's heavily based off that one. So yeah. Last figure, I need to move the camera back just a tad because it is a big fig. Here we have Solomon Grundy, so I'm going to put him all the way back here so you're going to see his full body. If I just grab Two-Face, you can see how big he is compared to a standard Lego minifigure. And I'm just going to give him a quick 360 while he's back here. So yeah, his I forgot to put this in his hand. So I remember someone commented somewhere, I can't remember who, it would be cool if I made him a heart to hold, because you can rip his heart out. But I didn't make one, but I did find this old Pirates of the Caribbean Davy Jones heart piece, and I put that in his hand. So I forgot I had that in there. But basically, Solomon Grundy here is made out of a D-Cool Gray Hulk Big Fig. I'll start with his legs, since that's what you can see easier. Legs, they were just gray, added some black in between the toes. Pants were painted a dark charcoal gray, brown, not brown, black. The rope around his waist is just string that I tied around his waist, and then it was a white string, so I had to paint it gray and like make it look old and rotted, like an old piece of rotted rope. The chains around his wrist are just Lego chains that I cut and then glued to his wrist and then painted brown to look all rusty. So yeah, his torso, again, it's just the exposed D-Cool Gray Hulk torso, and I added some I painted some stitching onto there because like this is kind of based off his Arkham City look. So in Arkham City, like his torso is like stitched back together because eventually like it comes off and you can see his like rib cage and organs and all. So there's that. I also did the same stitching on his arms, and I would have done them on the legs, but how the Hulk Big Figs are, it's really hard to paint the legs sometimes, so I left those without the stitches. His face is just the modified face of the Gray Hulk. So I added some teeth in there, the gums, added some wrinkles above the mouth and on the sides, painted the eyes yellow, painted the hair a light gray, although it's coming off as white, it is a light gray. And then the coat is made from, I dropped him. The coat is made from construction paper, actually. That was just strengthened with super glue, so I just took super glue and rubbed it across it in some areas. And it's actually, if I take one of his arms off, you can see it just attaches, just wraps around. There's a hole poked for his arm to go through, and it just wraps around the torso. There's the collar, and yeah. So, shout out to GTA 5 this week holding up the case. I might start a little thing where each week it's a different game holding it up. Last time it was, I think, Black Ops 1. So, but yeah. So that's it. The coat's made from construction paper that was strengthened with glue, and then once it was strengthened, I painted it black. So, and that is it for this part of the DC villains, or Batman. I keep saying DC villains, the Batman villains. So my next part, as of now, all I'll have is updated Man-Bat, which I was going to do in this part, but I forgot about Catwoman, so I decided to do Catwoman instead because she's an older figure than that updated Man-Bat. So, yeah, let me just place the minifigures and line them up, kind of. So yeah, that is it for this part. Next video will be at least have Man-Bat, the updated Man-Bat, and it will have Calendar Man whenever I decide on an outfit. I've made the head, but I have to make an outfit for him, and I have to decide on what I want the outfit to be. So whenever that happens, Calendar Man will be in it. Prometheus might be in it. I have to make Prometheus as well, so that could be fun to make. And then, as for other villains, I don't know. I'm running out of Batman villains that I want to make, because like I don't want to make Talia al Ghul. I don't want to make like Kite Man or Polka Dot Man or Crazy Quilt. I don't care about them. So I'm not making, like, I've made obscure villains, but I'm not making those obscure stupid villains. Except I'm making Calendar Man because, you know, he's at least in Arkham City and he's kind of terrifying in Arkham City. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I also will have a video on my Arkham City Big Fig Bane. That could be next. That might be actually the next video before another DC Villains part. And then, as always, when I make a figure, sometimes it's very random. There's no rhyme or reason. I just decide to make something. So when I say these videos are planned, keep in mind that there's always like another random video that could come out before then, like the Outlast figures that I just kind of made. So videos will be made, and also I'll have a video coming out when I receive a package from Jerd Figs. I will have a video out on some figures that are in that package. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys watching. We're almost to 15,000 subscribers, I believe. I'm at 14,800 something, I believe. So thank you for that. Be sure to keep subscribing. Be sure to share the video, like, comment. Let me know what you think of the figures. Recommend any other Batman villains that I didn't mention, if I'm forgetting any. And again, thanks for watching the video, and I will see you guys in my next video.